Welcome back. In the previous part, we played some darts and it was lovely. We did not get a 180 as planned, but well. But we need to see about heading around and doing a lot of stuff. I need to head out actually at this point, because I need to go to the second-hand store, which is this, isn't it? Welcome.
Welcome.
That's what I said. A retro game set. Let's buy that. Lovely. Thank you. And such. Right, we also need to head now over to the underground mall. I need to buy a dart set. I don't know where. It says buy a dart set. It'd probably be in the sports shop, wouldn't it? Because darts is a sport. It's a fun sport. Yeah, like you can see a pool table there as well. Welcome, we have the best deals. I'd like a dart set, please. That's a lot for a dart set. Jeez. Thank you. See you again soon. But at least we got a dart set. Right, so now we want to head over to the bookstore and pick up Learn Pro Darts. I'm assuming this is going to improve my aim. How should you know? You play darts, right?
Hey!
Learn Pro Darts, there it is. Cool. Thank you. Come again.
Yep.
Let's come here again. Maybe you'll find a book with pique your interest. Right, the question is now, because people have been after this for a while, I've been waiting for my guts to get up, and obviously for the guide to go tell me to do it. Like, remember, I'm following a guide, so it's sort of like, people are like, why are you doing that? Like, because the guide's not said to do it yet. Simple as that. Right, what I'm looking for is a hanged man, and I do not have one. So it may be a case of get rid of Jack-o'-lantern from the group for now, because Magician automatically, like, levels up and stuff like that. I don't need a persona for that.
Hey, inmate!
Right back to your prison. He's in. Okay, what we got going on here then?
You certainly
Welcome to my velvet room. What do you need today? Let's register, make sure we're sorted there. No, that's not registering them. That's, nope, nothing to register. Right, okay. So let's...
Inmate needs that they will be
Can I even do that, like...
Looks like it'll become a weapon.
So, this is what it will become into a new form.
Look at him go. But he's equipped, so what automatically equips the next one in my list of personas? Maybe. Alright, pumpkin bum. Alright, so let's see now about...
You change your mind, Justine. You read here.
A hanged man. Hopefully there's a DLC one. As a hermit. Looks like we're gonna have to make a hanged man. Or should be like, oh, what you need is a jack-o'-lantern, and it's like, ugh.
Time for some rehabilitation.
Okay, persona fusion fused by result.
Let us begin the search.
There's a hanged man.
Will this truly help you select the
Let's
skills
get
you'd
it.
like to inherit?
It doesn't matter because I'm not going to be using it, as we know.
Its power will be nothing. My.
Again, we're just keeping with the jacks. Bo 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 bo. Da, 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 da. It's such serene music when there's an execution happening. It's like, oh, it is. Me, Inagami. If you're both for revenge, I will gladly fulfill that desire. Now take this mask. Put it on. Put on the mask. Put on the mask. Okay, so we need to get back what we just got rid of, because I'm going to be doing those.
Justine, you have read here.
Ones. Who was it I got? It was, where are you? Not Bicorn. Not Pixie. Better?
This persona will withdraw this persona. This is your power.
And... where are you? Where are you?
A fee is
There we
required.
go.
This is your power.
I need more money soon. Okay.
Are you finished?
Sport such a dart set. Right, I want to go back.
It is time, inmate.
At your fleeting time of rest. Okay, so now let's head over to the airsoft shop. Beep. You again. I need to ask him about modified model guns. So what are you here for? I want to talk about the bag. I should be able to ask him at my current guts level. Is that right? That was a custom gun that I modified to make it look as real as possible. Had a customer who was interested in it. You helped me out by smuggling it out of here so that I didn't get caught by those detectives. You're an accomplice now, so don't go snitching. Got everything on my security camera. I want to see more. All the darts.
Hey.
Want to talk in the back? No, I don't. I want to talk in the front.
Who the hell are you?
I am a fool. A gun customization guru.
Huh. You sure about that?
Nope.
You look like a beginner to me.
All the dots.
Well, I guess you got the heart of an enthusiast. You're a strange one, kid. Wait a sec. Yeah, this could work. Hey, I can grant that wish of yours, but you better have the money. These things are worth hundreds of thousands of yen per unit. Sometimes they even reach the millions, depending on how I feel.
That sounds suspicious.
Is that right?
That's right.
Look, I ain't a bad dude. I've been known to compromise from time to time. For example, you help me out with my business. Smuggling goods, destroying evidence, and as a reward, I'll introduce you to the special menu. With good prices for a punk like you. What do you say? Not bad, huh?
What's your goal here?
That's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Gotta fight evil with evil. I need a pawn of my own. Don't talk to no one about this. Got it? Just follow my orders.
You won't be able to get much stronger if I don't accept his offer.
Now what's it gonna be? You gonna take my deal or not?
I'll do what I can.
That's fine. Okay, I'll work on that special menu for you. You should be grateful.
I made a deal with Iwai. I should be able to ask him to customize guns for me now in exchange for helping him out. I like that music. It's nice.
It seems you had model guns in your possession as well. Their detail goes beyond a simple hobby. I'm sure some people believed those guns were real. You'll tell me how you procured them, won't you?
Nope.
Spill it.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Hanged Man persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
There we go. Hanged Man, rank 1, starter customization. Allows you to customize your gun and install upgrades.
Alright. Oh yeah, when I don't got any business going on, I'll have you do some miscellaneous chores. Clean, run errands. There's plenty for you to do around here. Must be pretty exciting for an enthusiast like you, huh?
Yeah. He saw right through me.
Hey.
That's my contact info. When I text you from that ID, it'll be because I need help around the shop. Just so you know, if you get caught or anything, I never met you. Nothing to do with me. You clear? If you want something, you're gonna have to work for it. That's what's my first job. Yeesh, take it easy there, cowboy. You're that eager to get into it, huh? I'll send a message when everything's ready. Hope I can count on you, kid.
Later.
Okay, that's it for today. Head on home, part-timer. I do like Keiji's work. That's another person I had dinner with recently.
Okay, quiet
Alright,
down.
everyone, quiet down. I'm changing my lesson for today. Instead of a regular class, we'll be reviewing last week's materials. I suggest you listen carefully. But don't think you can slack off, okay? Absolutely won't allow it. No slacking off. Wink, wink.
Hey!
Oh, is that the signal? I think we can slack off today. Kawakami's been kind enough to give us this free time, so we'd better put it to good use.
What do you want to do?
What's the plan? Read. This is where the speed reader comes in, you see. Yes. By handling your eyes and brain separately, your efficiency. Oh, that's a pretty scientific approach. At least the illustration makes it easy to understand. So you finished reading Speed Reader. Started flipping pages much faster towards the middle, so I thought you were skipping parts. You see that you're able to read with more efficiency now. Your reading speed has improved! From now on, you can read at double the speed, allowing you to cover twice the material. Ah, that was great. We should thank Kawakami for this later. When it was that easy to read quicker. But no. Right, so now we want to go back to the library and swap those back.
What would you like?
Speed reader we're after. I need to return a book.
Thank
Speed
you.
reader
What would
going
you
back.
like?
I'd like to borrow a book. The Alluring Dancer.
Here.
Someone, yes? Okay, be careful with it. Alluring Dancer. Sounds interesting. So we got it back after all that. Right, so, Makoto is who we want to spend time with. Ooh. Not on the list. Okay, that's gonna be strange. Gotta go find her. Boom, 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 boom. Just that sort of thing is like, I'll use the map to find her. She's behind me.
Hey!
That said, all we can do now is wait until Kanashiro's change of heart becomes clear to us. If you're available, I'd like to talk to you about Aiko. Isis? My bond with Makoto will grow stronger soon. So what's it gonna be? Do you wanna hang out with Makoto? Hang out with her? Thank goodness.
Shall we go?
I have a small favor to ask you. Let's get a drink before we talk. Bum 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 bum.
Actually...
Apparently, Aiko started dating a host from a club near her work. I guess he hit on her one day after her shift, and that was that. Since then, he's the only thing she'll talk about. She even sent me a picture of their date at Destinyland. Destinyland? Oh my. He sounds suspicious. You think so as well? For now, it seems he hasn't forced her to spend any money at his club. But I'm still nervous. Beyond that, he calls her his princess and constantly tells her how special she is. Makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, the princess stuff's a bit... from my point of view, anyway. It's very much like... I think I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. Like, me and Sarah have got this sort of thing going on where it's like... I'd say to her, it's like, I love you. And she's like, ugh, how dare you? And I do it back when she says it the opposite way. It's a thing. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but it's fun. It's fun. But Aiko refuses to listen to me. She said the idea that all hosts are bad people is outdated. She even said she was shocked to be getting advice from someone who would totally flunk a test about love. Tests about love aren't a thing, though. And even if they were, I most certainly wouldn't flunk them. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm probably just being biased towards him. I mean, I don't have any proof that he's untrustworthy. Either way, really, isn't it? Trustworthy or untrustworthy. But that's why I want to meet him and find out for myself what kind of person he really is. And if it's not too much to ask, I'd like you to accompany me on this excursion as well. Alright, I can understand that.
Well...
This time you'll have to play the role of my boyfriend. I got this. It's honestly okay. You're so reliable, Ren. I think if I have a boyfriend, I might be more inclined to listen to me.
Actually...
To tell you the truth, I actually already made plans with her and her boyfriend for a double date. Sorry. Don't be. Completely understandable. You're looking out for her. But it's just going to be at a diner. Nothing particularly fancy, I promise. What? I was expecting a fancy meal.
Thank you.
You're a tremendous help. I'm so glad you agreed to this. I don't know who else I'd have asked if you had said no. I can sense Makoto's trust in me. Yeah. It's like we both want to help her out and see what's going on. Completely understandable. I think most of us would agree with this kind of situation, and with the understanding of, like, definitely not really boyfriend-girlfriend. Like, in this situation, like, say I was Ren and, like, literally I was him, and I was still dating Sarah, I'd be like, I'd talk to Sarah, I'd be like, right, Makoto's got this plan. She wants me to do this, just so you know what's going on. And I'm sure Sarah would be like, oh yeah, you're doing it so you can, like make sure the girl's okay. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, go ahead. Sarah would be on board with that.
Alright.
It's simple as that. Aiko. Hope she's not getting herself wrapped up in anything dangerous. But just in case, I'll try looking for some info on that host.
Alright then.
Well, see you later. Sorry, I had to ask something so unreasonable. I appreciate you going along with it, though. Do you think Aiko's really okay? I'm just being paranoid about her boyfriend. But if it turns out he really is toying with Aiko, what should we do? Try to reach out to her. It's like, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, really. You're right. We're friends now, so I'm sure she'll understand if I can just have an honest talk with her. Yeah. Keep thinking in circles here. You stop dwelling on the negative. It's very hard to do. But let's see who this host is behind his smile, for Aiko's sake. Okay? I'll call you again later. Because he could be a good guy. Could be a good guy. Don't know. I don't like the whole, like, princess thing, but maybe a thing.
You're back.
Am I? Oh yeah, I am. Didn't even notice. Huh. Don't know why he told me that. Right, so we want to spend some time with Akechi. Hey, good evening. I'm in Kichijoji right now. You got the time? Want to drop by for a bit? What's the plan? Are you gonna go see Akechi? I want to check on my persona situation here. Make sure I do have a justice. I do, because we got Archangel back in after what we did. Okay, so we are good to go. Boom, boom, boom. Wait once. I had a feeling you'd come. Thanks, I'll be waiting.
Hi.
Ren, good evening. There's actually a prolific cafe right over there. Where? I was hoping we could discuss things over some tea, but oh! Fortunately, my television appearance has earned me the attention of a rather extreme fanbase. As far as they're concerned, anyone in my company must meet their standards of intelligence and attractiveness. If not, well, they take it to social media, denouncing and harassing the people in question. I wouldn't wish that on you. Akechi wants to have a discussion at a cafe nearby. With the knowledge and charm that I have, it shouldn't be a problem. But you? I expect you'll pass muster easily. Archangel? Grow stronger?
What do you want to do?
What's the plan? Are you gonna go with Akechi? Hang out with him! Thanks. The place is really quite popular. It should be up right now. Let's get going. I'm gonna go walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. How do I get in contact with Morgana to let him know? Take your time. Take your time. Oh, look at this. It's delightful. Oh, that's just so lovely, isn't it? Lovely. Cake here is fairly popular. I've been wanting to try it myself. Come here often? No. I only learned about it recently. Fads tend to be fairly similar, so I'm more curious about its popularity than its taste. Well, why don't we give it a try? Wolf that down.
It was quite nice.
It was delicious after all. I actually enjoyed that more than I thought I would. Hey, look. Isn't that him? Oh, you mean the guy who's on TV these days? Who was he again? Wasn't his name Akechi-kun? You know, the Next Generation Detective Prince? Could we ask him for an autograph? Might be something worth bragging about. Uh-oh. Looks like I've been spotted. Should have figured. He's just here for the cake, I'm guessing. I'm sure she doesn't mean any harm, but I don't want to cause any trouble for the store. Huh? Someone important here? Who is it? Is it a celebrity? Looks like I'm out of time. Wish I could have relaxed a little longer, though. We should go. You've done nothing wrong. Sorry, but I think it'd be best to leave. I'm going to cause problems if I stay. Shame I don't have glasses like you. Maybe I would have been able to get out of this situation. Or a mask, perhaps. Come here a sec. Are they going to kiss?
Hold on a moment.
What you? Huh. All the dots. Oh, he's back. This time, I'll get his autograph for... Hey, is that boy really Akechi-kun? You know, now that I see him up close, I'm not sure. Maybe he was seeing things. I don't remember the show too well, but I'm pretty sure he didn't look like that. If it was the real thing, I could have bragged about meeting him. All the dots. Can't believe you actually did that. Suppose I'd better learn to watch what I say around you. It's like, come on, you look great. Is that so? Well, who else could make a peasant of the detective prince? Still, there's no knowing how things may go unless you give it a try.
Thank you.
I think I've learned a valuable lesson, thank you. I can sense Akechi's gratitude towards me. Alright, do we get anything special here? Nope, from the looks of it, just...
Alright.
simple XPs. Looks like our coffee's gone cold. You had coffee! Oh! You're at a tea shop. Why would you do this? Why don't we order new ones? Because it's horrible! What? I'll see you next time.
See you later.
I don't know about that. Ah! Ah! Hello. It's a shame our discussion was interrupted today. I was rather enjoying having a breather with you. But you certainly surprised me today. Can't believe we got out of that with such a basic trick. It was an interesting experience, but definitely don't want to go through that ordeal ever again. Saw firsthand what happens when I'm too careless with my words around you. Wasn't it fun? You have a twisted concept of fun. Though, if you dressed as me next time, I think I might agree. I could use a stunt double. You and I aren't terribly different in height. I'm sure my clothes would fit you. If we do this, it'll have to be carefully planned, of course. I'll be dictating everything from hair to accessories. Nobody would notice the switch, I'm sure. We proved it today. Most people can't see beyond the superficial. Oops. I have an early start tomorrow, so I'll have to excuse myself. See you soon. He's such a delightful fellow, isn't he? Delightful. Apart from the whole coffee thing. Deceived me. Who could that be at this hour? Probably Ryuji. There you go. Let's go somewhere tomorrow. We've been busy lately, so I want to be able to at least relax on Sunday. Where would be a good place to go? I know. I want to try going to the fishing pond in Ichigaya. The fishing pond, huh? Sounds fun. So are you going there with Ryuji? Go on then. Oh, I got a bite. Hope the other fish will bite this easily. Let's meet in Shinjuku tomorrow then. Night. They have lots of fish at the pond, right? I can't wait. Oh, of course you can't wait. Bling! The moat of Edo Castle still exists here. Ooh. Juxtaposed with modern life. Downtown fishing. Pond beside the station is a gem. Give it a try, you may land a big one.
Alright.
Alright. And he's fell asleep. It's a new day, everyone. A Sunday, the 3rd.
Hey.
So I was thinking about the future. With you as the leader and me as your right-hand man. Oh, there's a train going by, that's cool. Hey, doesn't meeting in a place like this look like we're talking some shady business? I like it. Like, this is shady. Like, regular high school students during the day, but at night. You know what I mean? Man, this is getting me pumped up. Man. The fish ain't biting. The float hasn't moved at all. If only there was a master fisher around. Another train. But then we could steal their ideas.
Whoa!
That's Kawakami, isn't it? What's she doing here? Oh crap, she's coming this way.
Jeez.
Two boys at the fishing pond on a Sunday, huh? Are you sitting around like old men? Why don't you go out and do something more exciting? But look who's talking! Yeah, adults need time to themselves to unwind and clear their thoughts. You'll understand soon enough when you start working in the real world. Wow. Sounded real old there, Kawakami. That's Miss Kawakami to you.
For real?
For real? Holy crap, Kawakami could be our master fisherman. She's hooking fish like crazy. It's easy, just clear your mind and free yourself from negative thoughts. So the trick is not to think? How am I supposed to do that? Oh dear, accept the grim reality of society. I see. Another train. So when you get jaded like Kawakami, you'll just naturally attract fish. I don't think that's right. It's a nice, sunny Sunday. Didn't think I'd be stuck fishing with you two on my day off. Yeah, two troublemakers and that no-good teacher. Guess we're perfect for each other.
Whoa!
She keeps getting fish, even as she nags. I'm impressed. Call her Master Kawakami. Another train. All the dots. Once again, it's Miss Kawakami.
Wanna head back?
Think I'd see something like that today. Guess we'll head back. Evening.
You're back.
I am.
Well then.
That reminds me, the home shopping program is airing today. You want to check out the TV? I suppose. Hi everyone, it's time to do some shopping. Here's what we've got for you today. Bodybuilding set. Protein. More protein. That's not all, there's more. Calm mindset. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, I do like the ambiguous idea.
Hey, hey!
Like, we're going for our money, like, really fast. Oh, another buyer has just called in. Thank you so much. Oh, they're both sold out. Last customer was extraordinarily lucky. I'll try to get your order to you as quickly as possible. Goodbye for now. We'll see you again next time with another fabulous product. Goodbye for now.
Well then.
Now all we have to do is wait for it to arrive. Right, so we now want to head off and just get a few things before we finish up this part, because we need to go see Yoshida, but just get a little bit done before that and we'll start the next part with that. Okay, okay, so get a fortune reading. Thank you, take a seat.
What shall we do?
Luck reading, please. 5,000 yen. Oh god, my money. I really need to see about that, because I'm gonna go spend some more as well soon.
Now.
Alright, please think on some area of luck you want to increase. I want to increase my proficiency. The Temperance card. It seems you will greatly benefit from taking actions that would increase your proficiency. Proficiency is more likely to increase today. That's all for today's improvement reading.
What do you think?
With the fortune, I look forward to your next visit. Okay, so now we want to head off to the underground walkway. And this is where we get our little proficiency. Aojiro.
What do
Because
you
it's
want?
Sunday, you know. My money. My money. You really need to get pumped up and tell yourself it's for your health. Nice juggling. That's how you do it. Oh dear.
Nice.
Good job. I was watching you try so hard. There we go. Lovely. Right. So that's us done for this part. Next part, we'll go speak to Yoshida. Ta-da for now.